Paul, a 2-1 defeat at home to Boston United this afternoon, but it feels like a game of what might have been, really. I mean, there was a tremendous amount of pressure. I thought there was a lot of determination, heart from the team, but maybe just the execution in one or two areas.
Yeah, I felt, I think it was pretty obvious what our game plan was, because I thought we stuck to it really well. We frustrated them, we denied them opportunities, we held a good line where we caught them offside a few times and really frustrated them, although, like I just said, from probably 20 minutes to 40 minutes, 25 to 40 minutes in the first half, they did have possession, where we showed a good shape to deny them going into the front and anything in behind us. We limited them a lot. Second half we've come out, and so disappointing the first goal, because I feel it's a really cheap free kick that the refs give them, one of many. And it's just, Piggo sticks his head out and just, Pilly's right behind ready to catch it, but as a defender you try and block it, and he's blocked it, and he's tried to block it, and he's ended up in the corner. And then a mistake, probably the only mistake from Boody with his header for the second, and you're thinking, here we go again, but we responded really well. We scored not long after, and like you say, we needed that little bit of composure to make the opportunities and chances we had count, because we were really pushing. I don't think anybody could fault any effort, work rate. I think it was just that last bit to make it count. I mean, we have a shot from the edge of the box, it deflects off one, it wrong foots the keeper, and then it deflects off another player, but it wasn't meant, and that's just the way it's going. Last week I said it, I was really down. I was, I'm thinking of scratching my head, and I was low as I've been. This week, obviously gutted we've lost, but a lot happier with how we've applied ourselves. Obviously there's improvements to be made, but when the team work as hard as they did, when there's some good individual performances like there was, I'm not going to be too down. I've told them to dust themselves off, recover right and get ready, because I think if we work as hard as we did today, I don't think we'll be on the end of too many defeats with what we've got, because confidence will grow.
Sure. And I think probably the nature of the performance, I mean, as a manager you do always look for the performance. Yes, we know about the results, but you're looking for those signs that you and I spoke in midweek, and you said about when players are running for you, and that was there in evidence today, wasn't it? Everybody was trying hard.
Yeah, I think, like I said, you've got lads out there who want to do the right things, who are trying to do the right things, and sometimes obviously form affects your contact on the ball and what you do. It could, because it's a confidence. Sport is about confidence, and those little things that make the difference are just away from us because of that confidence. But I couldn't fault anyone's effort and application today. Everybody was at it, and so we obviously had to shuffle it early with George going off, which again was one of those, I can't for the life of me understand why he doesn't stop it there and then. He stopped it for the keeper when you clearly see the keeper had spilled the ball and just went down holding his leg, and he said, I didn't know it was a head injury. They just challenged for the ball in the air, so I don't know what else it could have been. But again, he didn't put the ball in our net, but he certainly helped with one or two decisions. But the lads have had a right go there today, and I think the stats back that up, but ultimately the one main stat that counts was against us again. So listen, we keep working. That's the only thing you do in these situations.
Sure. It's Brackley Town on Tuesday evening. They've had a mixed start to the season, but I suppose there is still a core there of players that we know about. So just another tough challenge, but you just got to be focusing on yourself and what you're doing, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we played another team who was in the playoffs last season, so we know it'll be a difficult, tough test. Kev's an experienced manager at this level, and knows how to put a side together and you know, grind out results, which, you know, they're kind of famous for last season, the 1-0s that they got. So we know it'll be a tough game, but I'm confident that if the lads apply themselves like they did tonight and work as hard as they did, we'll turn this sooner rather than later.
Sure. Just finish with just a quick word about George Burrows. Is he okay after his knock on the head? He looked a bit dazed when he came off.
Yeah, I think he's broke his nose, so he was a little bit wobbly, I think, but I think that was more just a case of someone hitting you in the nose. I don't think there was any concussion or anything like that. He's just got a nice big fat strawberry on his face as his nose now. So yeah, we'll have to see how that is. He's probably not going to be available for Tuesday. So as I say, we just shuffle the pack. Harry comes back in and we go again. That's all we can do.
Okay, super. Thanks for your time, Paul. Cheers.
No problem.